Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets just as usual. We're looking at the Ethereum chart, Bitcoin chart as well, and we'll be talking about kind of Binance delisting, the FTX tokens and how you can get around that as well. Okay, first of all, if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, and hit that like button just now as well if you're watching and you like these videos. And if you want to support the channel in these tough times, you can by pre-ordering my book that comes out at the end of April, which is called The Belief Principle, which shows you how to change your beliefs or change your limiting beliefs and install new beliefs that empower you to do more or less anything you want. Everything you've got in your life just now is all because of your beliefs. If you want more, you need to change your beliefs. And it's all about your personal beliefs. So to support the channel, go buy the book just now. I think it's going to be a cracker and hopefully you enjoy it when it comes out. Okay, let's get on and see what's happening in the marketplace just now. Okay, at the moment we have an overall market capitalization of $174 billion. We've got Bitcoin dominance up to 65.5% as well. People are jumping into Bitcoin and getting out of the alts just now, although some of the alts are doing really well. We've got Bitcoin up to 6,244. It did go down to 5,800 and bounced off that support line on the trading channel that I'm going to show you in a second as well. It just kind of hit it perfectly and bounced back up again as well. Ethereum is up also 0.64%, $130 just now. And we'll just see who the winners and losers are. Energy, Quant, Streamer Data, Verge, Nervous Network, Digibyte, Horizon, Engine Coin, all up. Not by that much, apart from Energy and Quant. And we've got roughly, say, 50% in the green. 50% in the green, 50% in the red. Who's the biggest losers? Not by that much. Steam, Bitcoin, Wax, Elf, Numeraire, all down, but not by that much, to be honest. Just very small numbers there. I would say. So it's kind of sideways at the moment. We're kind of waiting to see what happens with Ethereum and kind of Bitcoin. So here's what's happening just now. Just jumped up just now. Bitcoin, Ethereum is $131.13 just now, and you can see here from the 20th of March we've been trading in this channel just now, and it's not really kind of getting out of that just now. So it needs to break out to see what direction we're going to be going. And the kind of top of the trading channel, I'm going to pull this down a wee bit actually. Probably the top of the trading channel, I'd say, was here. And round about here. So it kind of went down last night. We've seen it going down to about $123 and then jump back up. This is on a 4-hour chart. And it jumped back up again, hit this line perfectly, this support line of this trading channel just now. And the top of that trading channel is about $143. So we could expect to see Ethereum going up, or bouncing between $122 and $143, not that much, but it's going to bounce between there before we see any direction. You can see it's almost kind of, well, it is trading sideways at the minute. So what direction is it going to take? That's the kind of big question here. For me, it's looking more bullish as time goes on with this kind of coronavirus and the lockdown just now. I don't know, it kind of looks bullish for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Obviously Bitcoin being the main driver because that's what drives the kind of dollar value of Ethereum as well as people buying Ethereum and Satoshi value. But it's kind of looking bullish-ish, but I still got propensity to go down for Ethereum and Bitcoin as well. I'm a bear at the moment. But at the moment is climbing its way back up. It bounced off this line perfectly, as I said, and it could go up to $142 and then come back down or break out from there. If it does break out from there, what can we expect? So if we get a breakout from here, we could be going up to, initially I would say first of all it would be $158. I think that would be the first kind of target there. And then we've got on up to $193. I can't see that happening short term. I really can't see it happening short term. For the longer term, without a doubt, for the longer term, we're talking $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 for Ethereum. We're talking years, months and years. But for the short term, with the economic situation as it is just now, as I said, we've still not hit the full economic impact of what this kind of lockdown is doing to us. Obviously, pubs, bars, cinemas, everything social has kind of just shut down across the world just now. That's going to have a huge economic impact on people's kind of pocket as well, what they're going to be spending it on. So there's going to be, it's just going to have a huge economic impact, and I think we're going to go into, we're probably in a recession just now. Before all of this, we're probably going into a recession, possibly a depression, and this could last for a long time. So I cannot see the likes of Ethereum and Bitcoin pushing up to these levels at the minute, up to $250. It is going to get there. It's just I can't see it short term just now. Although it's making a push up just now at $131 for Ethereum. Just short term, I cannot see that, but we could push up to 142, come back down again, and either break this kind of cycle. It's not a cycle, it's just a channel we're in just now. So what else could we see if it breaks down the way? Well, I think we could be going down to, first of all, probably just touching $100, then bouncing back up, or even below that. I've still got a figure in mind of just above kind of $60 or $57 if we go to the longer term chart and look at that. So we're talking to $82 here, and possibly lower than that. We'll have to go to the weekly to kind of look at for Ethereum there. So I'm talking about $59, probably 59-ish, possibly $55 for Ethereum as well. Possibly that is a scenario. That is a scenario. But I don't know how likely that scenario is and what percentage we could give to that as well. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we look as if on the next 4 hours, probably 1 o'clock today, if we're still bullish on this, we've still got a green candle, we'll possibly break over maybe 5 o'clock, we'll possibly break to the upside, and the 70 EMA crossing over the 21 EMA. Remember, we're using shorter time frames for the EMA, for the crossovers, because of the volatility in the market just now. So that could cross over, and that could signal a move up to $142. Same with Bitcoin really as well. Bitcoin is still trading in this channel. At the minute, we've seen it kind of breaking down to around about 5,865, bounced perfectly off this support line here, this 10-day support line. So we're still in this trading channel sideways just now. So we could push back up and go up to 7,200 and then possibly come back down again. Again, we're breaking over on a 4 hourly. 70 EMA looks as if it's going to cross over in the 21 EMA, although it's not there. We've still got another 8 hours for that. So we could break down to the downside from here as well, 6,289. We did go up to 6,351. So within a space of 8 hours, we kind of went up $513. So is this a kind of bull trap? I don't know. For me, again, Bitcoin, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin at the moment. Just looking at the bigger picture. Although short term, extreme short term, we're talking 3 days or possibly this week, we could see a bit of enthusiasm in the markets, in the stock markets, and I think the stock markets are kind of driving the kind of what's happening with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. But then I think they'll just be, everybody will just do their own thing again once they get used to kind of this lockdown and kind of what it means. Longer, I'm not saying longer term, short term. When I say short term, I'm talking about after a month, 2 months, we're going to start to see just how this has impacted us economically around the world. And that's when we'll be entering this kind of recession and depression, I would imagine. And goodness knows how long that's going to last. We cannot not enter into depression or recession because of the government debt that they've got themselves into because of this kind of coronavirus. So I don't see it, and that's not being kind of negative in any way. I'm just trying to look at what's there, the information we have there as well. But we could see kind of some short-term bursts, short-term breaks to the downside as well. It's just going to be extremely volatile. You have to be really, really careful. Trading-wise, you can still trade the 15-minute, but you're going to have to sit at your desk all day long if you're trading the 15-minute. Could have traded it here and got into Bitcoin at 5,934, and you've been up $300 already if you bought one Bitcoin. And so that it could be, you can still trade the 15-minute, as I said, but you have to be sitting at your computer all the time. You can see how quickly it breaks down or quickly it breaks up as well. Possibly 1 hour, you could have got in at 6,050 and still done good just now. It's moving up $6,302 just now for Bitcoin, so we could be breaking up to the upside here to that 7,200 I was talking about. And 4 hourly, again, as I said, we look to see if we're going to cross over in the next 8 hours. We should see a crossover of the 7 EMA and the 21 EMA. Let's look at the stock markets just now. That seems to be the driver at the minute for what's happening with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wall Street expected to break down to the downside at 182 when it opens, 21,460. We've got the FTSE 100 just now down 77. It was down lower than that, but it's kind of okay. We'll just look at the markets just now and see where we are. So this is on the daily and the FTSE 100. I'm not going to look at the Dow Jones just now. Just look at the FTSE 100 because that's open just now. Dow Jones doesn't open for another 4 hours. So still down. And this is on the daily, as I said, 7,581. It crossed down over, and that's the EMA cross, and that's 7 and 21 as well because of the volatility. So it might climb back up. We're starting to move back up again, 5,427. If we look at the hourly, we've definitely crossed over on that, although they'll come down on the hourly. There's a cross to the downside. So there was a move to the upside from 5,107, and now it's moved to the downside again on the hourly. But we'll see what happens over the course of the day on the 4 hourly. It's looking to move to the downside as well, it looks like. So moved to the downside in the 4 hourly again, 7,400. That would have been a good one to trade, even at £10 a point if you're spread betting. And I spoke about spread betting before a number of times. You can do that, and the beautiful thing about spread betting is that it's tax-free. Well, it's tax-free in the UK. I don't know anywhere else in the world, but it's tax-free in the UK if you're spread betting. So it might be worth spread betting on Ethereum with IG Index or IG.com. I'll do a separate video on that if anybody is interested. Okay, so that's the kind of stock markets. Oil has gone down again as well. We can see oil dropping to $23 a barrel at the minute. Sunday was trading it, hoping to trade it at get $17 a barrel. I'm hoping that these prices just now, that Britain and the rest of the world are just kind of buying up oil as much as they can at these prices to stock for the future as well. If they're not, that's just mental if they're not doing that just now. So hopefully they're doing that and we can become independent as well, and we don't rely on a particular country for our kind of oil and petrol and diesel, etc. So we should be really stocking up at these prices, but it could go further. It could go down further as well. Okay, Binance will delist all FTX leveraged tokens. So it says due to lack of understanding of how leveraged tokens work by many of our users, Binance has decided to delist all FTX leveraged tokens in corresponding trading pairs and will stop trading on the 31st of March. Still trading just now. We will close deposits and withdrawals for all FTX leveraged tokens on the 31st of March, 8 AM. So it just kind of tells you all of the ones that are stopping. Basically, all the bears, all the bull ones, and it's got a list of all trading pairs here so you can see that, and I'll put a link down below on this video for you. But I'll show you how to get around that. Okay, crypto strategist Tone Vays flips on Bitcoin, says drop below 2,800 is now highly unlikely. So what he said in his video, and I'll put a link to his video as well, while I thought that 2,800 was possible coming off of June, I don't think it's likely anymore, because I think this incident earlier this month was close enough to 2,800 that I'm no longer expecting that figure. So I'm not expecting 2,800. I'm obviously not expecting 1,000, 1,300 or 1,500. And like a lot of people said, if BitMEX did not go down, we probably would have hit 2,800 and maybe even lower. And it's very possible that if BitMEX didn't crash, the selling would have just accelerated. But right now, I'm under the assumption that the low is already in. He says, I'm certainly not going to expect 2,800 after the halving, and halving is only 2 months away. We're already at the end of March. The halving is going to be in the middle of May, so 2 months away. If it's going to happen, it needs to happen now, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think we'll end up making some form of an ascending triangle over the next 3 to 4 months and eventually break out. So that's what Tone Vays is expecting, and he's been not a perma bull, obviously, a perma bear, sorry, but he's starting to turn more bullish on Bitcoin, and he thinks the bottom is already in. Not to say that we can't hit the bottom again at 3,800, but he thinks the bottom is in already. So I don't know if you pay attention or not to Tone Vays, but you know he's been a bear for such a long time. He did turn bullish for a while, bearish again, and now he seems to be more bullish. Coinbase's retail payment portal passed 200 million in transactions. Coinbase Commerce, a platform that supports cryptocurrency payments for internet retailers, just passed $200 million in total transactions processed over its 2-year history. According to sources available to Cointelegraph, the wing of the largest crypto exchange in the US reported on March the 26th that the platform's success was due in part to 8,000 retailers currently using Coinbase for payment systems. So $200 million. Now, that kind of gives us a look at what Coty could do as well. Now, I've seen Coty, I've kind of told you all about Coty as well, and we'll just go to Coty just now. So this is Coty just now, and you can see it's 1.67 cents at the minute, and its market cap is only 5 million just now. I've highlighted this already, I've done a video on it already as one of our kind of 10-minute spotlights, and I think it could be a great one for the future. And I was speaking to somebody this morning, speaking to Alex this morning, I was just saying that if I was going to go into a couple of coins just to pick a couple of projects I would go into, Coty would be one of them. DAG would be, I've only had a kind of choice of two. DAG would be the other one that I would get into as well, which is Constellation. So those two I would get into if I had a limited amount of money. If I had unlimited amount of money, I've got about 10, a choice of 10 that I would get into. But Coty would definitely be one of them for the future, and Constellation would be the other one. Constellation just now is down as well, obviously. But still a market cap of 7 million, so it's actually held up pretty well. It's 117 Satoshi just now. Like Coty, it's held up really, really well. So yeah, I would get into those two if I only had a certain amount. Well, I have only got a certain limited amount of money, but that's the two I would get into. First of all, that would be the top two, and then I'd be getting into the likes of SHR, CHR, Ocean. I've kind of listed the 10 loads of times, but I'll definitely get into those two, Constellation and Coty. But Coty, the reason I was highlighting that is Coinbase is doing something similar, or Coinbase Retail is doing something similar to what Coty is doing just now. So it just shows you the numbers, $200 million over the last few years. So Coty has been doing great numbers already. So again, look at Coty as well, 268. It's held up extremely well in this downturn. So imagine what it's going to do when everything turns bullish as well. The highest it's been, I'm just going to look at Satoshi value, the highest. We have to look at 1129, 268, so 5x from here. I just think it's a no-brainer for Coty as well. Okay, so there is a way to do, kind of use, although they're getting rid of the FTX tokens, there is a way to do this using ETH, and it's using it on margin. Now you can do 3x margin or 5x margin, and I'm going to refer you to a video. I was going to do a video on it just now, or part of it just now, but I'm going to refer you to a video that's really good actually, and show you exactly how to use that. And I'll do a video myself separately, so you can see exactly what to do. And the reason I'm doing that is because I can't do anything, can't show you here without showing my numbers. And if I'm not logged in, I can't really show you the functionality of it. So that's it just now. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. As I said, I'll share a link with the margin video and show you exactly how to trade on margin. It's a wee bit more tricky, but you can do it and just use it like an ETH bear, ETH bull, USDT trading pair. And you just have to be very, very careful because you could lose all your money. You need to put stop losses in. But don't be afraid of it. I'll show you that video, show you how easy it is. And if you've got any questions, you can ask it in the group as well if you're a member of the premium group. And also the pre-group as well. There's a link down below for that. And remember, if you want to support this channel, just kind of buy the book that's coming out next month called The Belief Principle. I'd love it if you could do that. We'd love your feedback on it as well, obviously when it does come out. And if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like on the way out as well. Please leave a comment as well. Let me know what you think of this video, and if you've got any questions, please let me know down below as well. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.